Hi, this is Jackie with Pine Lane Nursery, and welcome to Webisode number 2. Today we're going to talk about pruning roses, and the first thing we need to do is to get our tools together. You'll need a pair of hand shears, you'll need a lopper for the long, thick canes, and a pair of gloves, because as we all know, roses have thorns. Alright, let's get going. So this rose is called Tequila Sunset. It has beautiful yellow flowers on it in the summer, and back next to the Montgomery spruce, it really stands out nicely. It's a little overgrown right now, so we're really going to get in here and cut quite a bit of this out of here. As you can see, many of the canes are really thick. These are the canes we're going to cut out. The thinner canes actually will produce more flowers on this particular rose. So we're going to cut these out, and this is why we want loppers. The loppers have a telescoping handle that allows you to really get down in the rose without having to get cut up by the sharp canes. And right now I'm just making quick cuts to open up the center. We'll tidy it up here in just a minute. So let's get these big guys out of here. Just set those off to the side. Another reason that we want to really get the canes that are in the center cut out is by opening up the rose, it allows for more airflow and makes a healthier plant, less disease. Okay, so we have all of the big canes out of there, it looks like, for now. We could start on the smaller ones. So when you're shaping your rose, one of the first things you need to keep in mind is to control its growth. You don't want these longer canes that sometimes reach out onto walkways where it's going to grab someone walking by. So you want to make sure you cut those back. As you go down the rose itself, you're going to see these little buds that are starting to pop out. This one right here is one that got hit by the frost. So we're going to go a little bit higher up. Being in Colorado, we do tend to have some late snows, so I'm a little hesitant to go down too far because I want a little leeway for in case these guys get hit by a late frost. But you can see this bud is going off the side. The buds will spiral around the cane as they come up. So if I cut right here, it's going to allow this bud to shoot that cane out that way. So since I'm trying to prevent that, I'm going to go up to this one where it's going to send the cane up in this direction. So you want to make sure that your pruners that you use actually have a blade that crosses each other and doesn't crush, because if you crush the cane, it's going to cause quite a bit of damage to it. You're going to make this cut at about a 45-degree angle, anywhere between 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch higher than the bud. There will be a little bit of dieback, and so if you're concerned about that, go ahead and do 1/2 an inch above the bud. But 1/4 of an inch should be sufficient, so there we go. So now this cane is going to start growing up instead of out. So beyond shaping the plant of where you want the canes to go, this is also an opportunity to cut out all the dead growth and any growth that, any of the canes that are crossing each other that will rub and cause an open wound where disease and insects can enter into the plant and destroy it. So right now I'm just going to be cutting some dead wood out. The dead wood is brown, and it's very fragile. If you bend it, it's going to snap and break. The green wood is the new growth, or the healthy growth. So right now I'm just cutting out dead wood. You can take that all the way down to the base of the rose. You don't need to be concerned about where the nodes are to cut those. So now I'm just kind of cleaning it up a little bit, these healthy ends. And I'm leaving the rose hips on just because they give visual interest for the winter. Let's see here. I need to get my loppers back out. And we'll clean these cuts up from the loppers make, because the loppers don't make really nice sharp cuts like your hand pruners will. Here's a perfect example of where the wood is green, and then you can see it starting to turn. So this is a healthy cane up to about this point right here. So I'm just going to trim it right there. Okay, here's a perfect example of a cane that we need to cut, because as you can see, this cane is growing back into the shrub and it's starting to interfere with the other growth, and it's gonna, if I don't cut it with the wind movement, it's going to cause an open wound on this other cane. So we're just gonna cut that back. Again, this one's growing back in, so we'll cut it. And we'll just work our way. Here's another prime example of new wood where it's nice and green, and then where it gets really, really dark here, that's damaged wood that needs to come off. It's dead. Alright, so as you can see, we got the center all cleared up, which is going to allow for nice air movement, making this a healthier, happier rose. Here in Colorado, we prune these back in April for beautiful blooms come June. This is Jackie with Pine Lane Nursery. Thank you for joining us.